Dan, just kind of take us through your general thoughts of that one and the way you guys played tonight against NHL's best team in the league so far.
Third time. I had good start from our group. And it was, I think each and every one of the games we played them has been a hard-fought game. There's not a ton of offense. There's not a ton of back and forth, but I thought we came out real good. Power play led us with the power play goal to get us on the board. Good to see Yanni Newman snap another one home. But the continued, Mikey Asimont got us one to get up by 2. I thought the goal at the end of the period was, important for them. Late in the period, goal gets them, back into it, gets them within 1, and just it's disappointing. I'll just say, just because the way our guys fought, the way our guys played, the whole 60 minutes, it was, this is again the third time we've played these guys, and they're the best team in the league with their record, and each one of the games we've played them 2 in overtime and one with a goal in the last minute, and they beat us with that. But that's they're a benchmark team right now, and excuse me, it's $50. We're right there with them.
And you mentioned Yanni. Obviously, he had the goal, another good chance, and seemed like there were some other plays off the puck, and you might have had some nice performances with tonight. What did you kind of see 3 games now under his belt here at this level?
Clearly got a good picture of what he can do and what he can be. It's not just the shot on the power play that we've seen a couple times. He had some good time in the offensive zone with the puck, getting over it, making plays. Had his line had a real good shift there in the second, maybe our best in the second, with chances in the offensive zone. So really good to see from him in another game.
As for your other goal scorer, could you tell, with 6 game sample size for Mikey Asimont, could you tell us what you've seen out of him lately? Just he adds depth and speed and energy, and he hasn't gotten a huge opportunity, but he's a guy who can make a play and be in and around the net to get a goal. And tonight was a great neutral zone play that got him the chance in the goal, but his other chances have been, just in and around the net, cloud of dust, bringing it to the cage, and providing that speed and energy to the team that way.
We talked about the PK this morning against that Jets power play. I believe they only gave up 4 shots through those 2. What did you think of how they played and what made them so effective against them?
We didn't give them a ton of zone time. They did get a little bit of it, and you could see where they're dangerous. We had to block a big shot there, and Rig had to block a shot side of the net. Joey made a big save, but just the pressure, both up ice and on the entry, and we did a good job of on our toes, jumping and minimizing that zone time, minimizing that opportunity. So they did a great stance, great pressure from our PK in that regard.
Riker Evans getting back into the lineup. What's your assessment of how he played? I'm going to reserve comment on that one. There was some, like for every player, there's some plays in the game that you do well and some plays you want back. And, it was a factor, his skating up the ice and passing the puck in the neutral zone in the first period. He was
the goal against in the first. It was where they're good at it. They're good at getting pucks to the net and having bodies at the net, and we needed to box out there, and we missed one there and gave them the goal in the first. So, overall team play, overall Riker play. It's I like a lot of what we did tonight. I like a lot of what he did tonight. There's always room for improvement when the score sheet says you didn't win the game.
Hey Dan, Joey's had nights where he's faced more shots, but he's faced a number of whatever you want to call them, grade A or high danger shots, and particularly after the second goal. What do you think of his play in the second half of the game?
Yeah, fairly low event game on for both goaltenders, but that's a good thing, I guess, about our team play. But you need especially against a team with that dynamic of a top line and that dynamic of a power play, you need your goalie to make eventually make a big save. And the flurry in the third really with the power play going, but it was extended to the next shift. Made two huge saves, had the sprawling save at the side of the net. I think the one in the first period, I think it was Iafallo. We had a turnover coming out of D zone. They got the puck to Iafallo there. You don't see Joey charge out that much on a shot, but closed it down and made a huge save for us.
I know we talked a little bit about Tanev's return, to CBA this morning and the kind of emotion and the energy that he brings to games. Even still, were you surprised to see him throw that hit on right that he did in the first period?
No.
Hey Dan, following up the Riker question real quick. First full NHL season, is there a mental fatigue factor that could work into this whole thing in terms of decision making and reaction and all that good stuff, or is it a factor or just a compilation of a number of things?
No, I don't. I don't think so. I mean, he played he's in his third full pro season now. Played a full season in CV pretty much the first year, and he didn't play as much games last year, but it was a full season for him last year. And I don't factor that in at all for him. It's a challenge for all the guys, the 82 games and sticking with it for all those 82s and bringing your best every night. It's so, no.
Dan, back to Tanev hitting right there, and then the kind of the silliness that ensues after that. What's going through your head as a coach when this is a guy that you coached a week ago, and you see him throw a hit like that against Shane Wright, one of your young players, and then Ty Cartier jumps in? I mean, what are you seeing in that scenario there?
I guess it goes to the previous question too, but that's I think that's what Brendan provided the last 4 years of that energy and speed and physicality and tenacity, and so I think we all expected it, because that's what he brings each and every night to his game. That's what makes him an effective player. So heads up, Ryder, because I think you should expect it from, the way he plays each and every night, brings it. And, I like our guys sticking their jerseys together and getting in there and not being happy with it. So it was, Ryder probably should have heard me yell heads up.